Okay, guys, hello, and thought I'd talk to you about well, let's grab another little fox. This one will just perch on my shoulder. This is Sprinkles. Yes, there are a lot of foxes in this house, and just have her so y'all chill out. And today we can talk about Loki and Respect. A lot of people that don't work with him think that if you work with him, that he's going to be this horrible, rude, abrasive god and he's never going to respect you. And actually, if you work with him, nothing could be farther from the truth. If you were one of my regular Hub Pages readers, or you were a regular from my other channel, the bio dad always treated me like the village halfwit. I was never very smart, especially when it came to things that girls couldn't understand anyways, because I don't know, ovaries make us stupid. So, science or mathematics or anything like that, I couldn't possibly comprehend. And Loki is the exact opposite. He respects anyone he sees as, one of his own, and he's never going to treat you like the village halfwit. And he kind of warned me last night in a dream. He was reminding me of how condescending and cruel my dad was, and I was like, God, that was a horrible dream. Why did I have that dream? And the thing was, I called one of the aunties today. I will be civil to people, and I'm probably far more civil than a lot of people deserve, but I call them their elders, and I will respect elders even when they don't deserve it. That's probably one of my character flaws, but it is what it is. And she started to basically crap on my lawn about me having the garden, saying I wasn't good enough. Basically, I couldn't do the work, and it was too much work for me, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I'm like, starting to say, like, hey, I've gardened for decades. I know what I'm doing. No, I don't know what I'm doing, because basically, I don't have cojones. I'm not a man. I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. She wouldn't do it. It's too much work. And basically, she's like crapping all over me. And, I hung up, and I actually wasn't as upset and devastated as I would have been at one time, because he had warned me. And I'm like, well, she is just like my father was. Apple don't far from the rotten tree, does it? And he had warned me, because he will not treat people like that. He's not mean for the fun of it. And she was just being mean and vicious for the fun of it. And to top it off, well, she's treating me like crap. She's saying, why are you growing all these useless things? Sprinkles. Why are you growing all these useless things? Come on, sweetie, sweet. She thinks things like sunflowers and watermelons and such that she won't eat are useless because she has no use for them. What she wants me to grow are garlic and tomatoes. She actually expected me, even though I'm too stupid and too much the wrong gender to do anything, to grow this stuff for her, using my own money, but to do this stuff and let her eat all the stuff that came out of the garden. Now, she said it in such a way that she thinks I'm too stupid to realize that's what she said. And he was beyond pissed. Excuse my language if you're young, but he was beyond pissed. And he says, well, she shit all over you. Again, excuse my language if you're very young. I'm going to go shit all over her. I'm like, go ahead. Because one thing he doesn't like is when people abuse other people. If people are starting to abuse people emotionally or psychologically or physically, he's like, no, I am not putting up with that crap. You are not putting up with that crap. You're one of mine. I'm not putting up with that. So he trotted off full fox form, which means he's beyond angry, and he's like, I'm going to go and I'm going to do to her what she did to you. And I'm like, okay. And I know his favorite thing to do with them is hit them where it hurts. They love their cars. They worship their cars like their cars are gods. So he's probably up there going, da 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 da. Love his car, do you? Da 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 da. And he won't say what he did, but I'll find out later what he did. Sprinkles is going everywhere. So, that is one thing. He does respect the people he works with, and he will make sure, not in a vicious way, but he will make sure that you respect yourself and that other people around you respects you, not like he's your personal guard dog, but when people start to get truly emotionally abusive, especially if you had a history of family abuse and you still have that abusive, crappy family, he'll be like, okay, they're still crapping on you, and you're too nice a person to do anything about it, so I'm going to go crap on them. Now, I'm not saying this so people go, oh boy, I'm going to get Loki because he's going to do all these things. You know, he might, if you get him for that precise reason, he's probably not going to do anything. But he was like, no, I warned you, and, you know, I warned you so you wouldn't be devastated, but she's done this after all the kindness you've shown her, after all the stuff you do for these people. They're doing this again, and they're back to their old ways of treating you. It's like these people don't learn anything, so I'm going to go up there and have some fun. And that's what he did. I have no idea what he did. It's not going to be like terrible, horrible brimstone lightning, old school things like that, or, horrible. He tends to make the punishment fit the crime. If you spill raw sewage out of your mouth on a daily basis on other people, he may have a way of letting people that you've been talking about or whatever find out about it or something. He'll be inventive, and the person will, not even know that it happened. But it's going to be interesting, and I'll be amused, and it's just, I figured I would share that with you, not so that people are like, oh my god, you can't even, like, look edgewise at someone that works with Loki. That's not the point. The point is he will take care of those that he works with. He will protect those he works with. And if you are one of those people that you still are to the point where you won't bite back at people that are biting at you because you're like, oh, they're old or you're whatever, he'll do the biting back for you when it applies. He's not a god to be like, oh, they're old, I can never do anything. He's like, no, they're treating you like shit. I'm going to go over and I'm going to see what I can break, because he's Loki. He don't care if you're old. He don't care. If you're mean, you start with him, he's going to finish it because he's Loki. Yeah, he's one of those gods. I would not suggest someone decide because they're old or because they're sick or because they're whatever, he's going to give them a free pass. He's not going to give anyone a free pass. He can have infinite patience with those he loves, especially when they're sick, especially when they've been through a lot of abuse or they've been through a lot of issues. But, when you're not one of his own, and you start something, he could have the shortest fuse known to divinity. So, yeah, I just had to share that though, because it was actually sweet. It was like the sweetest thing. He was so happy. If you've ever seen him like going off on a mission, he's like, go do something. I get to go do something. I was like, okay, go ahead. Because you know how it is. If he gets to go do something, he gets to go do something. He's happy. I was like, okay, go ahead. As long as it's on my property, I don't care. Go, man, go. Okay, guys. And I just shared that with you because it was actually really sweet. Because he knows I won't do anything to her, and he knows I won't stop her. He knows I'll just be like, what am I going to do with her? She's like a royal bitch to everybody because she's like their family, the whole entire family is toxic people. And he was like, no, you're not putting up with that. Not anymore. I'm here now. So he went and he did something. Okay, well, I will see you guys later. I don't know if this will become a daily blog or not, but that was just the cutest thing. We actually went for a walk today and it was raining and everything else, and it was something funny because he will be like sometimes he'll be like, well, I'm gonna go look into this. And she did something, so I'm gonna go return the payment is often something he will do. So it's not so much a god getting revenge on people. It's like they'll give like for like is what they'll do. The Norse gods are really good at that. You give them something, they will give you exactly that in return. They're not that sunshine and light Everything is really sweet. I would never harm a never harm a fly. Sorry, looking. Never harm a fly type of god or goddess. They're like, if you do something bad to me or my people, well, I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna do just about the approximation of you, and then my honor's restored, my people's honor's restored, and everything's good, and we're cool till the next time you annoy me. And this has a long running history. They've never actually really liked me. I have no idea why they're like suddenly in my wheelhouse, because they've never actually liked me. And I know there's like this contempt under every interaction we have, so I have no idea why they're around lately. So I am being careful, but no idea why they are around lately, because I do know these people hate me. But yeah. So just figured I'd share that with you guys, and I will see you later. Bye bye.